Hello, my name is Dr. Marion Anderson, and I'm a clinical psychologist, certified Jungian analyst of the C.G. Jung Institute of LA, and Sandplay therapist and teacher. Today, I'm so pleased to interview my colleague, Harriet Friedman, also certified Jungian analyst here at the Institute in LA, a Sandplay therapist and teacher, and today in the role of co-author of the new book, Sandplay Wisdom, which was published by Routledge on March 25th, 2021. Sadly, we're unable to have our usual in-person event at the Jung Institute as we normally do when our analyst members publish a book. We normally would you, Harriet, present your book, have your book signing, and celebrate. But at this moment of restrictions, I'm pleased to at least have the opportunity to speak with you, Harriet, on Zoom. I'm eager to hear from you about your productive collaboration of over 40 years and how the idea of writing a third book came about.
Our first book was more of a historical account of the evolution of Sandplay. Our second book on Sandplay's supervision includes accounts and experiences from other Sandplay therapist colleagues around supervision in Sandplay therapy. Our core motivation for this new work has always been to help bring awareness to the unconscious energies people carry into our world. This anthology, compiled from what we have learned over almost 40 years writing together, is filled with examples from our own everyday practices, as well as other ways of looking at the Sandplay pictures. Mm-hmm. From a larger perspective, we believe this book offers new insights for self-reflection. It also serves as a guide intended to be of help to new as well as seasoned practitioners. Adding Sandplay work to their toolkit is a valuable asset to bring when unraveling stories, as a nonverbal approach brings even more consciousness.
Oh, so many things you're addressing. That's really great. How did you and Rie's collaboration start, and how did you go deeper? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, many years ago, I offered a Sandplay seminar to the public, and Rie happened to sign up for it, as she had a psychotherapy practice and was just thinking a little bit about including Sandplay in her own work. Over time, we continued meeting to just talk together about Sandplay. We both loved doing that, and we began to like each other too. I was pretty impressed by her deep interest and quick understanding about the Sandplay world. Given that she was a professor at CSUN and me a Jungian analyst, it soon became apparent we had complementary skills and ideas, and we liked each other. Writing books together came out of our shared interest in expanding how to look and think about urging Sandplay in both of our practices and all the time we had spent together. Years later, Rie's husband Rex became the third wheel. Rex, also professor at CSUN, began to help us in the work. He provided an objective perspective, rich insights, and just naturally, he became our editor. In this role, he brought his strong writing abilities, quick decision-making on what to delete, move, or elaborate on. Weren't we lucky?
Totally, absolutely. That's the best combination.
Yeah.
So you bring two very different backgrounds to the work. Rie coming from a research and teaching background, as you said, and you bring in the Jungian training. Tell me a little bit more how to reconcile these different perspectives in your work together.
It wasn't hard. Our different backgrounds give the book an academic as well as an experiential perspective that made our work more expansive and liberating. Rie's theoretical framework, my Jungian training, offer a context in which it became easy to elaborate on our independent views, becoming quickly shared visions. Yeah. It's important in our opinion, to combine the practical, the academic, to deliver a more complete picture of using Sandplay than what might be offered in other works.
Well, that's really so important and relevant. The synthology summarizes both you and Rie's dedicated and diligent work. I remember you told me you've been literally meeting twice a week for hours to always dedicate time to any kind of work presentations and everything you were doing together. So as a community, we're very grateful that you both are gifting this book to us with this immense experience and work that accumulated over these 40 years of collaboration.
Sounds like a lot, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Our hope is that the book illuminates the darkness as well as the light in human nature seen in Sandplay. Sandplay offers the opportunity to merge unconsciousness and consciousness through both physical and mental expression. We have seen so often observing the darkness in the tray can be channeled eventually into constructive action through Sandplay. The healing power of Sandplay provides an essential pathway for light to be shed on all that darkness. In other words, to bring consciousness to the unconscious. Rie and I saw our complementary approaches to Sandplay as an opportunity to help practitioners, patients alike, find their way to a deeper, more complete understanding of this regenerative, life-giving practice.
Well, this sounds so timely and powerful, and also hopeful to speak about channeling the darkness and connect it with healing in our days that we're living. So I already had a chance to read parts of the book, and even though I'm a Sandplay therapist for 25 years, I still found your observations and findings a real treat. The way you categorize archetypal themes or other relevant themes, including also introductory remarks for therapists starting their journey, is really very accessible. The language is easy, and it's a successful combination, a win-win for everybody, I would say.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So there's something else I wanted to address. If someone is interested in purchasing the book through the C.G. Jung Institute bookstore, we would really appreciate your support. Would you, Harriet, be able to sign the books that are purchased through the Institute's bookstore?
Absolutely. I will be happy to do that for all of you.
Oh, that would be really great because it really supports our little bookstore. Do you want to add anything else for our listeners?
Well, I want everybody to know how gratifying this experience has been, as well as writing the book. Gratifying to be able to continue engaging in Sandplay therapy, and to be honest with each and every client, each and every conversation I have with the other, and each Sandtray. I continue to learn something new about the people who are making the tray, their expressions of darkness, their journey to the light. This is such a unique way to reach people, and through the use of sand, the use of water, and a tray can make a difference in people's lives, one person at a time.
Yeah, it's so true. Sandplay just keeps giving. It continues exploring. It's very, very rich. And thank you so much, Harriet, for your time. And I wish you and Rie much success with this latest accomplishment. Thanks for agreeing to the interview.
Thank you, Marion, very much. And it's been a real pleasure to work with you.